Mr. Lavery has been working here at Madison High School for 20 years and is a co-teacher in the Integrated 3 math classes. Mr. Lavery grew up in Connecticut and went to college at Southern Connecticut State University and graduated from there in 1976. He began teaching in Connecticut at a school called Aces Academy, which was a school for kids who were kicked out of their regular schools. He did that for 6 years, then moved to San Diego and taught for 12 years at Hoover High School and coached basketball there. Then came to Madison and coached basketball here for 6 years. When Mr. Lavery retires, he plans on possibly traveling to Europe or New York for a week or so. Then plans on subbing and just enjoying himself, like going to the beach and relaxing and hanging out with his sons. Mr. Lavery says that he has enjoyed Madison tremendously and will miss the teachers and students here quite a bit and will regret that, but is looking forward to retirement. Now here's Mr. Sella with some words on Mr. Lavery.
Mr. Lavery is retiring this year. It's very sad for me. He's been my best friend here at Madison for the last 17 years when I started back in the year 2000 here at Madison. Mr. Lavery has been a really good member of the staff. He's always on time and dressed professionally. I think he leads by example, and it's been really nice to get to know him and get to know his family. And he's got some couple of boys that have grown up here and have moved on to college, and he's had a nice history in education. He way back going to Connecticut and his time there before moving out to San Diego and working here at Madison High School. He also worked at Hoover before Madison, so he's been at a couple different school sites, and he's settled in here at Madison like a lot of us have. I think he likes it here, and it's been great to have lunch with him every day and be at meetings with him and kind of pick his brain on what he thinks is best for kids these days. And I'm just really going to miss him personally. I'm not sure I'm going to do next year when he's not around. I don't have that guy to go to talk about all the different things going on here at school. So, John Lavery, we will miss you. I wish you the best in retirement. I think you're going to find a good things to do, and I'm sure you'll still be coming by to sub here and then from what you've told me. So looking forward to those days you're subbing and we can have lunch again together. And big picture, I'm going to miss you. I love you, big guy, and hope retirement goes well. Thanks for everything for Madison, and good luck in the future.
Well, personally, I'll miss Miss Penny a lot. She and I get along very well and really enjoy working with each other. I think our students are going to miss her greatly, and I think our families are going to miss her greatly. She's a person that many people turn to and many students turn to on a regular basis. And she's a really good listener, and she loves to help people, and I'll really miss her a lot. Miss Penny has worked here for, I think, the last 3 or 4 years, and she came here when we had a Safe Schools grant, and Mr. Nash has been able to have her here and continue to work with our students because of his efforts. Yes, absolutely. We will be close when she leaves. It's a very strong friendship that we have, and I really appreciate her. So we will have to see. Next year, there probably will be a lot of changes with the staff that is retiring and a lot of gaps to fill. And so we'll have to figure out how to fill those gaps. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having you here, and I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Candy Shower is an icon here at James Madison. She began teaching permanently in 1977. Since then, she has become the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Department Head, SDEA Union Steward, Transportation Liaison for the entire school, worked on different programs within the department, such as Project Threads, the governance team as a DHH rep, the one teacher who never says no to ask to volunteer for school activities. From the short time I've known Shower, she has dedicated her life to teaching. I've had the pleasure of working with her during math and history. The name Candy Shower is known throughout the district. Everyone I came in contact with has said nothing but praises. She goes above and beyond for her students where help is needed. One of the sweetest stories about Shower, she's very passionate about her job. Students like Brandon rises to the challenge in chemistry and U.S. history. This past year, Brandon asked Shower if she could wear his jersey to the staff appreciation football game. He explained that she was his favorite teacher, and she inspires him to work hard and encourage him to do his best. Her smile couldn't have gotten any wider. Her heart couldn't have felt any warmer. It was a sight to see. This moment is the reason she got in the t-shirt.
Just go when you're ready.
Okay. Joyce Brody. When I talk about the significance that Joyce Brody had here at Madison and in the DHH programs, I need to go back to when she started, which was in 1983. I'd already been here 2 years by then, and Candy, I almost hate to say this, but she was here from the previous decade. A lot's changed since then. One thing I can say about Joyce is she was always very forward-thinking. From the time computers were around in our society, she was always interested in the advantages that computer had in education. Along with the computers she brought to Madison High School, Joyce had awesome organizational skills. She served as department chair for many years, constantly getting questions, concerns, complaints sometimes. And rather than answer these as a one-time thing, she would often develop a system that would handle the situation for the future and for many times to come. She was known for checklists and paper trails, and these were good things because it set up policies that we used throughout the years she's been here. Joyce always fought for what was right, not what was tradition necessarily or what was easy. I was fortunate to work with Joyce on writing a transition curriculum for K through 12, and then it also carried through till students were 22. We presented it at the Q conference, at statewide conferences for deaf educators, and it won an award for Classroom of the Future Inspiration Award, the most inspirational program that year. Joyce always jumped on opportunities, working to help set up transcription services with Project Needs and with Chris, getting student teachers in our program, having Deaf Arts Jubilee hosted here at Madison High School, and opportunities that would benefit deaf students in their lives. I haven't begun to touch the work that Joyce did in her classroom and her tireless work with Fran to get a grant off the ground that helped improve the life of many students. Joyce, congratulations on a well-earned retirement. I know you're not finished, but I know you'll take some time to ride a bike with your husband, hike, go to the beach, travel, which you love to do. But I'm just waiting for that time when I hear you say, I have an idea. And I know that will turn into a program, a policy, something that will enrich the lives of deaf individuals out there in the community, because that's what you do. Thank you so much for all you've done here at Madison for our students.
Hi, what can I say about Marianne Jordan? I've worked with her forever, and we were looking back, and we couldn't find anything scandalous or hysterical to say about her. All I can say is that she's awesome, and I learned a lot about her other life, her life with Joey, her puppy, her scuba diving in the Bahamas or the islands with her husband. She's just amazing. One thing I do have to say about her is she's always prepared. We would go home at the end of the day, tired and exhausted, come in the next day. I would prep for my classes. Marianne has done the homework, chemistry, English, auto. We'd begin class and I'd say, you start, go right ahead. She's truly amazing. Remember Mole Mountain? We had it hanging in the chemistry rooms. She's incredible. She's a seamstress. I still have the quilt she made 24 years ago. Wow, she has been here a long time. We love you, Marianne, and we're truly going to miss you. Enjoy your life and come back and visit. Diana Barnes, what can you say about her? She's a relative baby. She's only been here 7 years. I have no idea why she's retiring.
11 years ago, I first laid eyes on Diana Barnes, the woman who would become my work wife. Our eyes met, and thus began a lifetime friendship like no other. Diana Barnes is truly one of the best people I know. She's kind and funny, supportive and talented, and she has great hair to boot. She tends to see the funny and positive side of life, and often has the interpreting office laughing with her clever storytelling techniques. A day without Diana is like a day without sunshine. My competition, her husband Gary, makes her coffee and salads every day. He's so sweet to her. He doesn't know it, but I, as the work wife, feel compelled to add some avocado to her salads in order to keep my status. A work wife's got to do what a work wife's got to do. Madison has truly been good to Diana. It was here she was able to scope out Omar Sevilla and set him up with her daughter Sarah. Her matchmaking skills led to Sarah and Omar's marriage, which in turn led to baby Claire. Luckily for Omar, Diana has been there for him when he's forgotten his wallet at lunchtime and has given him some lunch money. I, as Diana's work wife, vow to do the same for you, Omar. Diana, you will be truly missed. We all love you very much and are grateful that we know you. I am blessed to call you my friend.
Hey, Miss Kathy, I'm gonna miss you, and you're one of my favorite people at Madison that I met freshman year. You're the kindest, nicest person in the whole world. Thank you. I'll miss you a lot, Miss Kathy. Bye.
Hi, Miss Kathy. I hope you have a very good teacher. Thanks for helping me and do my work at school. Okay, bye.
My name is Genesis. I will so miss you, Miss Kathy. Thank you for all the treats and thank you for all the prizes that we have at Uno every Friday. And I will so miss you. Have a good day for the rest of the summer. And thank you for helping me in class.
Thank you, Miss Kathy, for helping me every time. Thank you.
Thank you for very much, Miss Kathy.
Thanks, Miss Kathy, for all your treats and everything you did for us this year. We're going to miss you next year. I don't know how we're going to maintain our weight with all the treats that you gave us. We really appreciate them. Thank you.
Mr. Hank, you have had a remarkable career with Sanaga Unified School District. You were there when students were transported by horse and buggy. You were there for chalkboards, for whiteboards, for smartboards. You were there for students, you were there for families, and you were there for school staff. You were here at Madison High School. You were here at Madison High School at the perfect time, and you were the perfect person to support one student by the name of Terry Arnold Leach. You endeared yourself to the entire Madison High School community. Your compassion, your even-keeled personality, and your dedication to your work will be greatly missed. On behalf of the Madison High School community and the physical and health impairments and low incidence teams, we salute you and say thank you for all of your service. And at this, the conclusion of an incredible career, we wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life.
Mr. Schmidt is a really great person on our campus. He always has given the kids a place to meet before school so that they can come in and be here at an early time and get themselves settled and ready for their day. He also keeps his room open at lunch, and that I know the kids really love that opportunity to go in there and have a place to hang out and just relax in between classes. He's always super supportive of students and whatever they need, whether it's academic or social, emotional, and really tries to help our kids be prepared to step out into the world as young adults. He will be greatly missed on this campus. He's an incredible colleague. He's always supportive. He helps me be reflective in my teaching practice. He helps me remember that every day we're here just to help kids figure out how to navigate through and make the best of what they're doing and learn to be as successful as they can in their daily lives. And he always comes with such a positive attitude. I'm going to miss the weather barometer, being able to know whether it's going to be hot or cold based on Mr. Schmidt's outfit, because if it's going to be above 80 degrees, he always wears shorts and a casual polo. But if it's going to be under 80 degrees, then he always wears slacks and dress shoes. So I know whether I'm dressed appropriately for the weather or not when I see him in the morning. I'm going to miss greeting students as they come onto campus and ensuring that when we have the torrential downpours that the 800 breezeway is not Lake Madison. I'm just going to miss his big smile, and I hope that as he retires and goes off into this next phase of his journey, that he really has a good time with his family. I hope you surf a lot, and I hope that you enjoy your Barcalounger.
Hi, what can I say about Marianne Jordan? I've worked with her forever, and we were looking back, and we couldn't find anything scandalous or hysterical to say about her. All I can say is that she's awesome, and I learned a lot about her other life, her life with Joey, her puppy, her scuba diving in the Bahamas or the islands with her husband. She's just amazing. One thing I do have to say about her is she's always prepared. We would go home at the end of the day, tired and exhausted, come in the next day. I would prep for my classes. Marianne has done the homework, chemistry, English, auto. We'd begin class and I'd say, you start, go right ahead. She's truly amazing. Remember Mole Mountain? We had it hanging in the chemistry rooms. She's incredible. She's a seamstress. I still have the quilt she made 24 years ago. Wow, she has been here a long time. We love you, Marianne, and we're truly going to miss you. Enjoy your life and come back and visit.
Chris Nealon. What can you say about Chris, except for that she's changed the way that we operate at Madison High School? The organization and the function of our school is solely rests on her shoulders. There's not a day that goes by that I don't have to turn to Chris for some level of information or some helpful piece that will help me complete my day. But more important than that, she takes the time to stop and get to know the students. Chris is invaluable in that way. I remember when Chris was first arrived at Madison High School, and she realized the high level of responsibility that came with her position. And the thing that made me care the most about her most immediately is her sense of humor, which is what carries day to day in our exchanges as well as in our admin. She's the one who will lighten the mood in the room as necessary. Additionally, she's an executor. She goes about her job on a daily basis to make sure things are done and done well. We're going to miss you, Chris. We thank you for your time here. I appreciate that I have made a friend for life. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here to talk about Fran Nell, and she is a VOC Rehab vocational rehabilitation counselor, and she's been working with Madison for very many years. Her number one thing is transition. She helps students get jobs. She helps them keep jobs. She helps them learn transportation, how to get to the jobs. She helps them fill out work permits, and she has helped hundreds of students over the many years she's worked here. One of the things you may not know about Fran, and maybe one of the reasons she got interested in working with students to help them with jobs, is her very first job. She worked in an ice cream shop. And one of the things that they tell everybody in ice cream shops is to put your hair back. Now, it's not just a hygiene thing, it's a safety thing. And what happened the first day she made a milkshake, she did not put her hair back. And what happened, her hair got caught in the machine, and she learned her lesson. So she really tries to help students prevent these kind of problems from happening to them. Fran has worked to help so many students apply to colleges, take ACT tests, take SAT tests, get the accommodations they need, and she's an amazing woman. Madison is truly going to miss Fran. One of her favorite experiences ever in work was when a student came back from Explore Your Future in Rochester, New York, and the student said that experience changed their lives. Fran works to change lives, and we're going to miss her so much. Fran, good luck in your future. I know you'll do well in everything you do, and Madison will sorely miss you.
Hi, Enid Hook. Boy, does that woman have a history here. She's been here a long time, and when I look back, I can only think of adjectives. She's kind, generous, supportive, caring, just one of the sweetest hearts I have ever worked with. But she does have a few little stories I must share. Back in the day, when you get your ID card for the district, you went to this dilapidated building at the Ed Center, although they're still dilapidated. You went downstairs to this green-walled basement, told the typist, not electronic, just the typist, what your job was, whether you were a secretary, interpreter, superintendent. They typed your title. You went over and they took your picture. So as we wandered around with mug shots on our IDs, Enid shows up with her glamour shot. Remember glamour shots? Big hair, soft lighting, off-the-shoulder shirt. So the rest of us, like I said, we look like mug shots, and there she is with her glamour shot for her district ID. One other thing, Enid, as you go into retirement, don't forget the great bagel accident of the 1980s. You have no more workman's comp and no more Obamacare. So take care of yourself. Be careful. We love you, and we're going to miss you dearly.
Hello, my name is Melitza Gonzalez, Gonzalez, and I have a great honor to be able to give a tribute to you, Pat. I've known you for the past 15 years, but you've been working here at the San Diego Unified School District since 1977, even though you think it's 1978. At that time, I was 7 years old, just learning how to ride a bike, while you were here already contributing for the education of our youth, which is awesome. It's been a pleasure to work with and to meet such an amazing lady. I'm really honored. Always willing to help others and to do whatever is necessary to fulfill her duties above and beyond her job description. Pat has always held my own children and their school fundraisers, and so with the Madison students, she was always asked by the football players to wear their stinky jerseys on the football senior games. Also, she worked at the ticket booth, usually the visitor side. That's the one she liked. And she's well known around the student body, currently working as a library tech, but she started as an IA, a classroom support. She also worked as a T8, which is a teacher's assistant. She was a paraeducator at one time, and now she's still currently as a library technician. Well, guess what? Those days are soon to be over. No more early wake-ups, no more preparing lunches, no more getting your clothes ready for work, because girl, you are gonna be free of all that. My advice to you is just to get something that you like, volunteer in something that you love to keep you busy. That's all you're gonna have to do, girl. And enjoy life to the fullest, and don't forget the people that you left behind here at Madison. If you ever wanted to stop to visit, we're gonna be here. We'd love to have you around. And you more than anybody else know how happy those students get on those comfy chairs at the library. So you're more than welcome to come and sit and relax and enjoy the free time you're gonna have. I have a few things that I want to say, not just for you, for any retiree. Why do retirees count pennies? Well, because they have all the time in the world, and that's why they do it. Thank you so much for having you around, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so I'm here to say a special thanks to Mike Donovan on behalf of the Madison School and the faculty and the staff. And in case you haven't heard it, Mike, we couldn't do this whole thing without you. You're here during the day, and I know Mike Evans takes over things for the evening. But during the day, anytime we come up to you and ask you for anything, you're always there for us. And that's just the bottom line stuff that you do, which is just your job, and you do it so well. But maybe what people don't know about you is how willing you are to be candid with us. And I just have one memory in specific that stands out to me. And I just was asking for some random thing that, of course, you did for me because you're awesome. But then I kind of asked you a little bit more about you and your past and your history. And you just came out with this real honest, open conversation, and it really helped me to bridge the gap between just some site janitor, just some coordinator, to a real human. And I think that's what we're all looking for in somebody who does your position, somebody that we don't just go, hey, can I get some chairs, but also, how you doing, how's your week, how's your month been? And so I just really appreciate you showing me what it's like to share some real stuff about your character and about who you are. And in case people don't say it enough, man, thank you for everything that you've done. I really hope that everything in your future is blessed. I know the challenges that you've faced in your past, and I think you got everything it takes to overcome those. And just really excited for you, man. I hope that you have a great retirement, and we'll all be missing you, okay? See ya.
Mike Donovan. What can I say about Mike Donovan? I've known Mike Donovan for roughly 26 years or so. I was in high school when I met Mike Donovan. My mother was principal of Logan Elementary, and he was the head custodian at Logan Elementary. He was liked and respected by the entire staff. I could venture to say he was loved by the entire staff. He's liked and respected and loved by Madison's staff. He's learned to maneuver the San Diego School District very well in doing his job, and he will be missed. And all I can say about Mike is he's a good person. I hope he enjoys his retirement, and good luck in the future.
Miss Wright in the office, she and I started about the same time, about 4 years ago, maybe 5. There was a lot of us who were new to the office, so it was just great to work around Miss Wright. It took a little while to notice her coy sense of humor, but just the more time you spent around her, the funnier it got. The one memory I have, one of her best lines was a student came in and she was wearing some of those ripped up jeans where the materials there's not much left, and she said to the student, she said, "Oh, nice pants, almost." And she, of course, did it a lot better than I did it, but she also did it in a way that she, in a loving and kind way that wouldn't embarrass anyone. So she was just great all the time around with the kids. She really went out of her way to help out, especially with the transportation, which is a full-time job in and of itself. So she will be missed in the office, especially from the students, I think, the students' standpoint, because she was just really awesome with students. So, Lorna, we will miss you in the office. I'll miss your sense of humor and your hard work, and good luck in your retirement. You've earned it.
Hi, Lorna. Just want to thank you for always working in the attendance office for Madison. It's very important that the students know when they come to the attendance office, somebody's going to be there. You have always been there every morning, every morning. Thank you for everything you do. Enjoy your retirement, enjoy your grandchildren, and have a great time.
Hello, boys and girls. Thank you for coming to Restorative Circle. Before we begin, we'll talk about the rules. Zachary, you'd like to go first? Sure. No. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Wendy, let's go next. No. Do you have a better one? Yeah. Daniel. No. You have another suggestion? Yes, yes. Okay, so now the next part, let's talk about Karen. Zachary, would you like to say something about Karen Miller?
Sure. Karen Miller is a really, really nice person to talk to, and she's very friendly person.
Great. Wendy?
I met Karen Miller, I think in the year 1988, and I was her aide, and she was teaching special needs at that time. One thing I would like to add about Karen Miller is that she set up Restorative Circle. Without her support, I don't think this year would have been as effective. Thank you, Karen Miller.
Great. Daniel?
Karen Miller is a great counselor. She's been here every day. She brings me to her office, tells me things she wants to say about me. She's always happy every day when I see her, and she always supports me with help.
Great. Karen. I want to tell you that it's been a great experience working with you. Some of my favorite moments were that when we ran the Zumba dance during summer school, and that was fun. And we ran group council together. Like, for example, my favorite was Inside Out, and the recent one we sort of circle. I'm telling you, after you leave, things would not be the same without you. Yeah. Oh, you forgot to include Jacob's rule. So share your rule, please. No, a better one, please. Bye-bye. We love you.
Karen, please come back. Because if you don't come back, then this year, next year might be perpetual chaos.